I never thought that I would see the day that two of the top 10 NBA players would be playing in Los Angeles, but not for the Lakers. But here we are, and the second Chris Paul throws that Clipper jersey on for the first time, he instantly becomes the greatest Clipper ever. Even better, he'll get to run alongside the guy that he's replacing in that top spot, Blake Griffin. These are not the same old Clippers, and after giving away Lamar Odom and getting essentially nothing in return, these definitely are not the same old Lakers. The Clippers have always been the JV to the Lakers varsity, the warm-up guy to the headliner, Burger King to their In-N-Out, UCLA to their USC, Van Nuys to their Malibu. But not anymore. Now, you're no longer afraid of being exiled to the Clips. You actually want to go and play there. They're an actual destination spot right now. Guys might even be willing to take less money to do so, knowing that Chris Paul makes everybody around him much better than they really are, and that Blake Griffin is going to do all the heavy lifting. Plus, you get to play for a winner and live and work in L.A. Sure, they had to give up a lot to get CP3, and there's always the issue of health regarding both he and Griffin, but seeing the two of them run that pick and roll and watching Griffin bang his melon off the scoreboard going up after Paul's lobs is going to be insane. Now, I'm not saying this move makes the Clippers more popular than the Lakers, and I wouldn't be looking for Jack Nicholson to swap out his courtside Lakers seats for Clipper floor jobs, but don't be surprised if he does. This is an extremely trendy, front-running town, and if the Lakers can't work a deal for Dwight Howard, the Clippers could very well end up both more popular and better than the big brother across town. Huge day for the Clips. You see what happens when you let your basketball people make basketball moves. Donald Sterling, do not jack this up, D. And how bent do you think the Lakers are right now? Not only did the NBA kill a sealed deal, preventing them from getting the guy, the league then went and traded the guy to their rival, transferring all the buzz across town. The Lakers went from having Chris Paul, with Dwight Howard next to come through that door, and global dominance ensured for the next decade, to having to actually answer questions about whether or not their scrubby little brother has just blown right by them. Look, I'm willing to acknowledge that this deal is better for the Hornets than the original deal was. Just don't tell me that David Stern killed the first one because he knew he could do better, or that he killed it for, quote, basketball reasons. This one fell right into his lap, and while it is better, it's not so much better as to justify the PR hit that he and the league took last week after he imploded that first deal. And let me translate basketball reasons once again. Other owners freaked out when they realized the Lakers had Paul and they were about to get Dwight Howard, and that they were looking at not 6, not 7 rings. The Lakers have every reason to be upset. That said, I had assumed that Mitch Kupchak had a plan when he let Lamar Odom on the curb for somebody just to come by and pick up. He better have that plan. Otherwise, little bro finally got that growth spurt, and he's about to punch big bro in the mouth repeatedly for the next 5 years.